All right, how's it going, guys? I'm going to record today's lesson, so lesson 51. Um, this is the only lesson you'll have to do for this week, so week 17, you're only doing lesson 51. Next week, week 18, you will be doing lesson 52, so I'll get that video recorded later this week and posted so you guys can do that. So as you can see, I have a little bit different of a setup here. Since the touch screen on my computer screen is kind of lagging, as you guys all know, I'm trying something different here. I have a little, I'll show you my setup. So I have my phone here as a projector piled on a stack of algebra books, and then I'm writing on a whiteboard right here. So, hi. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to take my face off of here so you don't have to look at my face the entire time. So if this does lag a little bit, as you can see, a little bit of lag, I will see how much that really affects it. If you have any questions, just remember, email me, or if you need extra help, I have the Zoom office hours today, so Wednesday the 20th, and next week, Wednesday the 27th. I think I'm going to try to do another one this coming Friday, if anyone has questions. And if you want any one-on-one help, let me know, and I can set up one of these Zoom meetings to help you just one-on-one with any math. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so we have lesson 51, scientific notation for large numbers. So open up your book to page 350, as you can see right there. So open up your book to page 350 so you can follow along here. Lesson 51. If it helps, take notes. I'm not going to be grading your math notes, so if you don't need to, you just want to watch my video instead, that's totally fine. All right, so first off, what is scientific notation? Scientific notation is a way of expressing numbers as a product of a decimal number and a power of 10. In scientific notation, a light year is 9.461 times 10 to the 12 kilometers. So you are going to see scientific notation used a lot in a lot of different areas, particularly here in space. Here's how we would write that number just regularly. 9461, how many zeros we got? 369, 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Didn't really give myself enough room. I'm going to rewrite that. 4, 6, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, that's a big number, right? We don't like writing out all those zeros right there. So what we're going to do is we need to write this in scientific notation. So I'm going to start with a decimal here on the end, and then I need to move it. And I'm moving it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. So I will write 9.461. I need to write those important numbers right there, the 4, 6, and the 1, times 10 to the 12. So 10, that's the power, to the power of 10. And there are 12, I'm writing 12 because that's how many times I moved that decimal point over. All right, so 9.461 times 10 to the 12, and this was kilometers. So that's what we're going to be doing in this lesson, is writing big numbers like this in scientific notation, and then taking this number, the scientific notation, and putting it into what's called standard form. So this big number, that was standard form. Standard. And this number right here, that's scientific notation. Fancy stuff right there. All right, so let's try example 1. So example 1 on page 351. Example 1, page 351. All right, so write 2.46 times 10 to the 8 in standard form. So right now, this number is in scientific notation. And the question says, put it in standard form. So I'm going to write 2.46, and then I need to move my decimal 8 places to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in all these little gaps here, I need to add a 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now I need to add my commas. So 2, 4, 6, 0, 0. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So add my commas. 3, 3. So my number is 246 million. It's a big number, 246 million. All right, so that's all we are doing for this. So main thing you need to know, this right here, this is standard form. That's our standard. This right here, that's scientific notation. So those are your two big terms for this lesson. All right, so let's try example 2. All right. Example 2 on page 351. It says write 40,720,000 in scientific notation. So let's write that. 40,720,000. And I need to write that in scientific notation. Well, all I need to do, start my decimal on the far end and move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So I'm going to write 4 and then my important numbers right here. So my last important number is that 2 because everything else behind that is zeros. So 4072, and I move my decimal right next to that. And I moved it how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So times 10 to the 7. And that right there is my scientific notation. And that's it. That's what we are going to be doing for, let me see, for your homework. You are going to be doing that for A through G. The next part, so the next part is you are going to be comparing them. You're going to be comparing them. So we have example 3 here. We need to compare them. So it says compare 1.2 times 10 to the 4. And we're going to compare that. So I'm going to do my little Pac-Man dude here. Compare that to 2.1 times 10 to the 3. So example 3 at the bottom of page 351, if you're wondering where we're at. So which one is bigger? Well, all I need to do, first and foremost, is if this number right here is bigger than this number, that means that 1.2 times 10 to the 4 is going to be bigger. I don't have a yellow pen, but my Pac-Man is going to go towards 1.2 times 10 to the 4. That's just because of that 4. So let me write it out in standard form now. So 1.2 times 10 to the 4. So I write my 1.2. Now I need to move my decimal to the right 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this number is 12,000. In my other number, we have 2.1 times 10 to the 3. So I'll write 2.1. I need to move it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So I only have 2,100. So is 12,000 or 2,100 bigger? We all know that 12,000 is bigger. So why is this hard? Why is this hard? Well, if you don't understand scientific notation, initially you're going to look at this 1.2 times 10 to the 4 and 2.1 times 10 to the 3. Initially, you're going to look at the 1.2 and 2.1 and you're going to say, hey, 2.1, that's bigger than 1.2. That is not how you do it. You need to write out the whole problem before you just look at those numbers, all right? So that's what you're going to be doing for, let's see, that's problems H and I. So one last thing I wanted to show you, I'm going to show you how to do something on the calculator. So on the top of page 352, I'm going to show you how to write this in, or type this into your calculator. So I'm going to go grab a calculator real quick and I will be back. All right, so on my calculator, I don't want to type in 1 trillion on my calculator. Instead, I would rather write 1 times 10 to the 12. So how do I type that in? I'm going to show you right here on the calculator. So I know it is a little blurry. I'm going to try and clear that up a little bit. So yeah, that's about as good as I'm going to get for now. So let's type it in. We have, well, we're going to type in the 1. So 1 times, and then here's your special little button. It's right here underneath the second button. It says log, but in blue, it says 10 to the x. Let me show you that up nice and close. So under the second button, it has the 10 to the x, 10 to the x. Okay, so I'm going to press second, and then it will bring up the 10 to the x. So far on my calculator, it looks like this. 1 times 10, the little caret, that means it's going up. It's going to be a small number, and then I need to write in the parenthesis 12. 1 times 10 to the 12. Now it's going to give me 1 times 10 to the 12. So that's how we type it into our calculators, okay? So when we get further into the book, I will show you why you need to know how to do this, okay? This is all I have for you for this lesson right here. If you need help more with the calculator, I can help you when we are in person, but that is all I have for you guys for this lesson, all right? So your homework is A through I, and then you are doing 1 through 20 all. So if you need extra help, please email me. I can help you on Zoom, or I can help you during the scheduled times for my office hours, which are Wednesday the 20th from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, because I have a meeting directly after. And then on the 27th, same time, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I think I'm going to create another one for Friday, just so if you guys have questions, I can help you out. All right, so that is all I have for you guys. Have fun. Let me know if you have any questions. Later.